I'm Celia Tidmarsh. I was the geography tutor here for quite a long time, and during that time had helped to introduce the Green Apple project. I'm now retired, but I look back on that time as being a really valuable phase in my job that I did here. I mean, my memory is that Green Apple came at a time when there was an increased anxiety generally about the state of the world and in particular environmental issues. And young people were having rising levels of anxiety about where things were going.
Hello there, I'm John James. I'm one of the PGCE science tutors here. I've worked here a while and so I was involved with cross-discipline collaboration between subjects prior to sort of Green Apple formally got going, and that's the work we did with student teachers in schools, and then writing some academic papers as well, that then kind of led into the more formally the Green Apple collaboration.
My name's James Sollow. I'm a first year geography teacher that completed my PGCE at the university last year.
And James was our geography Green Apple rep last year. And James, what do you remember about the Green Apple project on the PGCE?
Yeah, I remember there being kind of time to come together and collaborate with those doing their PGCEs in different subjects to kind of share best practice about teaching sustainability and working kind of through environmental education in our classrooms, and kind of come up with new ideas on how we might kind of include those ideas in our classrooms. Yeah, it's kind of greatly enhanced it and really allowed me to think from an interdisciplinary approach. I think coming especially from a geography perspective and looking at environmental education through just geography was maybe a bit kind of narrowing to start with, but actually being able to discuss how that's worked in other subjects has been really useful to kind of give me some new ideas and kind of look at environmental education across the curriculum, which was really useful.
I think quite cynically it's shown where it's lacking a lot of these, even coming from a geography background and how geography is taught in schools. But then it's also like provided some hope that like when bringing up these topics, kids are able to engage with them in some way, like they already, even if it's not a broad understanding, they have their interpretation and understanding of what climate is.
And I can add on. So it's definitely made me think about how we teach it in schools. You know, it's easy to teach it as science, we teach it as a part of the subject. But it has made me think about things we can do in schools to engage the pupils. Also to think about doing things like, I know Michelle is very into her craftivism, so it's not necessarily just taking direct action, it can also be expressing creatively how we think about the climate in our schools and getting students involved like that.
I'm Daniel Moroz, hello, and I'm now a geography teacher in my second year at ECT at a school in Bristol, St. Bede's Catholic College. So I finished the PGCE geography course just a couple of years ago now. Looking beyond just your just that classroom really, and bringing in the bigger ideas of society and the real world.
My name is Tatiana Tucker and I'm a PGCE student for MFL. It's definitely something I wanted to be involved. I really like the idea of recycle and to help in a way our society as much as we can do it. It is important for me to teach that new generation how to do different things that become sustainable.
Yeah, absolutely, especially because, as I say, the young people are so enthusiastic about this, so I'd be really willing to do things like the climate fresque that we've done with Green Apple, or to start an eco club, or to just look at what we can do in the school to truly make it sustainable, because I know these things can be done, and obviously if you are within a school, you have a lot of power, more than you do as an individual, to change things and get the whole system working more sustainably. So yeah, I'm very excited to make a difference.
Yeah, it's so important to have that time and space to look at these important issues that we as teachers are really passionate about, but also our students are passionate about. So rather than, again, just looking at it from a very kind of segmented scientific point of view, being able able to have that time and space to really explore it in a productive and creative way has been fantastic.